ChatGPT built me a strategy using the Ichimoku cloud, and it's already returned over 5,000% profit. There's a lot of potential here. It's catching a lot of the major moves. And in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how I got ChatGPT to do that for me. That way you can use ChatGPT to build you any strategy that you can imagine. And you're not going to have to hire coders to do the complicated work on the back end. There is a lot of good information throughout this video, so I'm going to ask you to try to refrain from your impulse to skip throughout the video. Try to watch the entire thing. All of the information builds upon itself. In case you want to follow along, I've shared the entire strategy code in my Discord server, so click the link down in the description below and take a look at it if you want to follow along. The strategy is not perfect and it needs a couple adaptations, but it should get you one step closer to making passive income using trading bots. And speaking of passive income, if you head over to tradetactics.io, you can grab yourself one of the best premium indicators out there today. It's called Wolfpack Professional. There's a lot of testimonials. And if you head over to the 50% commission tab, you can sign up to get 50% commission on every sale you make on this indicator. Become a 50/50 partner with me today and sign up to become an affiliate. There are lots of tutorials. You can get a free trial. The indicator pretty much sells itself when people see the results. I'm going to show you some of the results right now using the indicator on the screen. The green emerald and the golden cross right over here are some of the strongest buy signals that you can get. Both of these predicted a really great trade. The golden cross sometimes appears after green diamond if the trend confirms if there's a setup pattern. It doesn't always print, but when it does, usually that is a great setup for a trade. The pink RSI prints as an overbought warning. It doesn't always print, but when it does, you're usually near a top. It plots on this top bar right here. You can see that there's two strips up top. There's two pink signals there, and then there's a full trend reversal. There's a blood diamond followed by a red cross, and I'll just show you right here what those mean. The red cross is a very strong bearish signal leading to a market correction. There are also auto drawing trend lines on this indicator. I'll just show one right here. This is what the indicator drew automatically, and it lined up perfectly. There is a trend line break, which is the second from the top bar. You can see this red cross right here, this little red square. That indicates that the momentum fell below the trend line support, and that's momentum support and resistance. As soon as that happened, there was a major correction of about 32% on this strategy right here. You can see a couple more golden crosses playing out right here, leading to a winning trade, followed by a couple red diamonds and X's and a FOMO peak. FOMO stands for fear of missing out. Usually there are a bunch of novice traders trading into these. They're trading against the market conditions, and often they're buying up liquidity and filling orders for the major whales. I'm going to jump to the 3-day chart on Ethereum and just show you the FOMO peak that played out exactly at the peak of Ethereum. It was almost 5,000 US dollars. And this is the 3-day candle. Right here at the very top, there was a FOMO peak, this flame, and that was the absolute start of the bear market. It's one of the best signals. The indicator has ATR to calculate your stop loss, when to get in and out of the trades. Right here, it turned green right after a golden cross, and we had this major bull pump that we just had coming in, confirming the golden cross that appeared right here at the very bottom, right before the pump. This was the candle that the golden cross printed on, and that's just a nice little doji candle right there at the bottom. So if you want to pick yourself up a subscription or become a reseller yourself, head over, grab a free trial, sign up for the 50% commission I'm paying out every month. Just make sure you include your TradingView username when you fill out the form. Back to the topic of today's video, the Ichimoku cloud strategy. The Ichimoku cloud is a type of technical analysis tool. It's represented as a cloud on your chart. The red and the blue line are similar to moving averages, and when they both cross above the cloud, it's represented as a bull market. When they both are below the cloud, it's represented as a bear market. If they're in the middle, it's represented as a horizontal market. But don't worry if you don't know how to calculate these on your own, because we can utilize the public database and supply that to train ChatGPT to build us a strategy based off that indicator. The first thing you got to do is head over to OpenAI and sign in to ChatGPT. The first prompt that I asked to initiate this chat session was, what are some good long and short entries and exits for the Ichimoku cloud? And I automatically got some web search results using this add-on. There are 3 bullet points that ChatGPT referenced in the section and in its answers here. If you want to grab this add-on, it's an add-on from Chrome. I'm going to link it down in the description below. It's really cool how it's just automatic. You can toggle it on or off whether you want to get web results in your prompt. It even gives you the source of where this information is coming from so that you can verify it. So ChatGPT was able to supply me with a very simple strategy using this prompt. And all this is natural language, but we can get ChatGPT going with us to build us a full strategy. And this is exactly how we're going to do it. The next thing you got to do is head back to TradingView. And if you don't have a TradingView account, that's the platform I'm using. I really recommend using it. It's better than anything else that I've tried. And if you want a $30 bonus on sign up, just use my link down in the description below. Once you're all signed up, head over to the Indicators and Strategies tab and find the Ichimoku cloud. Now there are a lot of versions here, and we could technically pick any one as long as it has these little squiggly brackets here. That means that it's open source code. If the code is locked, we're not going to be able to access it like on this one. This is a private account. For the sake of simplicity, I'm going to use the built-in Ichimoku cloud. We're going to build the entire strategy here, combining the public database with ChatGPT to build us our own strategy. So open up the source code. It's in the top left if you click these little squiggly brackets. And here's our indicator right here. It's locked, so we got to click the 3 little dots on the right-hand corner here, make a script copy, and we can name it anything we want. Once you pick out a name, hit save, and the whole indicator will unlock, and we can begin using this. Now, the first thing that you need to check is make sure it's version 5 at the very top. There are 2 backslashes at the very beginning. You need those in order for this to work properly. And then on line 2, we have indicator Ichimoku cloud. Since we're not going to be using this as an indicator, we need to make one refinement and change that from indicator to strategy. So there, I've done it. It's strategy, Ichimoku cloud, and then we have our overlay equals true. We want it on the chart, of course. And I've set the strategy up to have initial capital 1,000. The default quantity type is % of equity. That means that there's going to be compounding interest, and it's going to all in the account every single time. Now that could be good or bad depending on how risky the strategy wants to be. Now there's no long or short rules here, so we have to build those out using ChatGPT. So I'm going to copy all this, heading back to ChatGPT, and I pasted the code in its entirety, and I asked ChatGPT, implement these rules into the following strategy code. So what it's taking is this logic from above, and it's applying it into strategy entries and exits using the code that I've supplied it already. Now you could do this in various ways. There are also ways that you can merge multiple indicators into one using this. All you would have to do is combine multiple source codes into one and ask ChatGPT, once you have the natural language for all the logic for the entries that you want it to build for you, set out for you, ask it to combine those into a strategy code. And this is what I got here. In simple language, what this is saying is if all of these lines, there's 3 different ones that we talked about in the Ichimoku cloud. If the price closes above all of them, then it's going to enter going long. And the reverse is true if it closes below all 3. If that's true at any time, then it's going to go short. So I can click quick copy in the top right hand corner here and head back to trading view and paste it into the bottom of our strategy to see what kind of results that we get. So this is our strategy line 21. I'm going to add another line and paste it in. Once I hit save, I'm going to see if we get any errors, and we have one here. It's saying that it's an error in the strategy exit line. A quick solution to this one is to replace strategy exit with strategy close. I'm going to hit save and apply it to the chart. And this is the performance result of that first iteration. The longs are profitable, but the shorts aren't quite yet. So we're going to have to do some refinement here, just a little bit more. We can always click on the settings cog. There's one button up here on the top left or down here in our strategy panel, and we can open up the settings and tune any of these variables and see if the profit increases or decreases. Before we do that though, I want to give this strategy a little bit of safety. So I'm also going to add in an EMA, combine it with the Ichimoku indicator. Generally, what the logic that I want to add as an additional rule is that it's only going to look for longs if you're above the 200 EMA and only look for shorts if you're below the 200 EMA. And I'm hoping that should help out the shorts. And the shorts are in the negative now, so I'm hoping that helps us out. So I'm going to open up the indicators, metrics, and strategies tab one more time and type in EMA. I'm just looking for a basic one, so I'm just going to pick this one right here. And these are 4 EMAs, so one of these should be the 200 moving average. I'm just going to look at which color that one is. It looks like the dark blue is the longest one. That's usually going to be the one. So I'm going to open up the source code and figure out if that's true. On line number 6, it looks like that is the 200 EMA, and that is the dark blue line. So I'm going to copy both of these lines here, the one on line 6 and the one on line 11. So that's the plot that matches with that one here. You can see that longest is listed right here in the plot, and it's referenced right here, and that's the 200 EMA close. So I'm going to copy that and head back to ChatGPT and ask it to combine that into the strategy. In natural language, I wrote out the rules: only long when it's above the EMA and only look for shorts when it's below. I've added the EMA code right here. As you see, it's already working, and it's going to add this in the correct place and add the rules from my natural language into the code. And this is what I got here. The reason that I'm doing this method is that ChatGPT isn't currently able to code completely from scratch. Sometimes it combines PineScript version 4 or earlier into PineScript version 5, and it gets really jumbled, and sometimes there are a lot of errors that you can get. Now, by training it using strategies that already work or indicators and asking it to combine them, make revisions, as long as you're supplying it a good baseline, that's going to be the backbone it works off. You're training it off of real data and strategies that already exist and asking it to improve off of those. So as long as you know exactly what to ask for, like I did up here with the EMAs and asking it to combine them, you can actually get some pretty cool strategies coming out of this. If you liked the video so far, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button. It really helps the channel grow, and I would really appreciate if you took just a quick moment to do that. So let's add the strategy code into our code that we already have. We're going to have to overwrite some of the code that we have, the strategy entries, and these were the results that we had on the old version. Let's see if we can get any improvements on the updated version. So this is the part that I have to paste on top of. It's just the strategy entries. I'm going to hit paste. We've added in this EMA, and it's included as a rule right here. If the price closes above our EMA, it's going to only look for longs, and if it's below, vice versa, it's only looking for shorts. So let's hit save and see if we get any errors. Now let's hit add to chart one more time and see what happened. There we go. We have some improved results. The shorts came up into profit, and the longs also are doing fairly well as well. Max drawdown with a compounding effect is around 40%. Ideally, we'd want that to be a little bit lower, but it's just a prototype that we built just now live. Let's take a look at other timeframes. The 4-hour is also profitable, 4,500%. We got 5,600% on the 3-hour. The shorts are also profitable. The 2-hour, it's profitable as well. And what I like here is that the strategy looks like it's profitable on multiple timeframes. That means that while we might need to tune and make fine-tune adjustments on each time frame to make sure that the EMAs are lining up with the market on that time frame or on that equity, the chances that our strategy is overtuned diminish if it works on multiple time frames. What overtune means is that it's just curve fitted to the historical data and it's not valid moving forward from backtesting. So if you hooked this strategy up, which I will be doing a video on, so be sure to subscribe if you want to see that, how to set up this bot on paper trading or even on a live account, I will be doing that. You want the paper trading, the forward testing results when you get new data as new candles print. You really want your bot to perform and act appropriately when it receives that new data. So if I drop down to the 1-hour chart, let's see how it's doing. Still profitable. 30-minute, it's pushing it a little bit. Actually, it's still profitable. And the price that you should be truly comparing these numbers to is the buy and hold return. If you're just hodling Bitcoin, you would be down 31%. If you're running this strategy, you'd be up 180% with all of this stuff historically holding true. So what I'm seeing so far, I like. Let's head over to the Ethereum chart and see if it's still profitable on these higher time frames. If you drop down to the 1 minute, the 5 minute, the 50 minute, these are harder time frames. I don't think it's going to be profitable. The strategy is over 1,000% profitable on the Ethereum 30-minute chart. It even looks like it's working on the 15-minute chart. This is 81% profitable on the 15-minute chart. That's kind of interesting. Let's see if I can push it down anymore. Let's see the 5-minute chart. Oh, it's less profitable, but at least we're not negative 99%. And this is a brand new strategy. We can tune this and maybe make some adjustments to it to make it work better on these lower time frames. As for now, I'm just going to show you some more results. The net profit on the 3-hour is 7,000%. The 4-hour is also profitable. The 8-hour, it's still hovering around 6,000%. Go grab this code in my Discord and you can play around with it for yourself. So overall, this is a huge W for our strategy prototype. You can apply this to any strategy that you can conceive of. Utilize ChatGPT to do that. All of this strategy as is on your screen is free. I've dropped it in my trading Discord. So click the link down in the description if you want to come through. This Discord is all about learning to build your own trading bot, and there are a lot of useful resources here as well. If you're looking to find it, head down to working scripts, and I've posted it as the first forum post. And if you have any working scripts, feel free to post them as well. If you have any questions, you can also post them in script help. There are a lot of coders helping you out here. There's a lot of discussion about brand new ideas in this trading Discord. The link is down in the description or in my profile. Don't forget to sign up for a subscription of Wolfpack Pro at tradetactics.io. Smash the like button if you got value with this content. See ya.